This is probably the least expecting video that I was going to make if you would have asked me over about 2 months ago when training camp started and everything. It is officially rock bottom for the Tennessee Titans. You have a 26 to nothing loss against the Houston Texans, who was 0-3. And the Titans were also 0-3. And this was the one game where it was like, okay, maybe you have a chance in this game to kind of pick it all together and kind of figure it out. But the same mistakes that you saw from day one of the NFL season against the Denver Broncos, the same mistakes that you saw against the Los Angeles Rams, the same team that you saw against the Indianapolis Colts are now against the Houston Texans. And this is an ugly game. You can go watch the highlights back. There was nothing good with the entire game. Maybe the one play that you can talk about is Jeffrey Simmons breaking through the line of scrimmage and getting a sack on CJ Stroud. I don't know where the Titans go from here. But the first thing is that you can no longer keep Brian Callahan on this. I'm going to say it in every single video. You have to fire Brian Callahan. You have to. He is 3-18 in his NFL career. You have a 10-game winning streak dating back all the way to last season. And in the 27 years of this team's existence, I have been alive for 27 years. And I have seen the Titans with all the way back at Kerry Collins, to Vince Young, to Jake Locker. This feels like rock bottom. And it's ugly. Cam Ward played like shit. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, because that offensive line is horrid. And Mike Borgonzi has to blame for giving that awful, awful contract to Dan Moore Jr. J.C. Latham's hurt. It is what it is. But overall, it's bad. I can read you guys the stats. 10 for 26 for Cam Ward, 108 yards, 1 interception, got sacked twice. 27 QBR, 35.4 QB rating. There's nothing he can do. There is nothing he can do. He drops back to pass, he immediately gets pressured. When he has time to throw, nobody's open. It's bad, man. It's bad. Elike Manor had 2 catches for 44 yards. Calvin Ridley had 2 catches for 30 yards. I thought Elike Manor had a nice catch. Gunnar Helm, 1 catch for 12 yards. And then Cedric Gray was all over the field today with 17 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 QB hit. But if you look at CJ Stroud, 22 for 28. 22 for 28 for 233 yards. Once again, you had the opportunity to go up. And Joey Slye misses not 1 but 2 field goals. The tackling was terrible. And Cam Ward, he was quoted, he kept it a buck. I can pull it up. This is quote Cam Ward. If we keep it at a buck, we ass. 26-0 loss. Through 4 games, the Titans have 3 turnovers, or 3 touchdowns, and 5 turnovers. And if you look at their upcoming schedule, I don't know where you go from here. I don't know where the win's at. So you let me know down in the comments section. Is this rock bottom? Is this rock bottom for the Tennessee Titans? Give me a Y for yes, or give me an M for no. And also just tell me, if not, why don't you think so? You're better off watching this right here, NASCAR at this point. Great race at Kansas. Great race at Kansas. But this was the first Texan shutout in 15 years. Woody Marks had a touchdown. Every single time you went out there and felt like you could get a stop, the Texans cut you. And you had an opportunity. It was 6-0 at halftime, and you're thinking, well, both of these teams probably just suck. Anybody can win this game. But as I've said it before and I've said it again, second half adjustments. And where does that start with? The head coach and Brian Callahan. You have been in every game, I mean the Colts game, but you have been leading at half against the Denver Broncos, leading at half against the Los Angeles Rams. You're down 6 points. Should be up, but Joey Slye misses 2 field goals, one including a 41-yarder, which was basically a chip shot. And it's pathetic. It is honestly pathetic. It is pathetic. Great run by Woody Marks, 18-yard run. Couldn't stop a nosebleed. Woody Marks' total yardage, he had 119 yards total. Like, guys, this is just bad. And Cam Ward said, at this point, we have nothing to lose. We dropped a quarter of our effing games, and we have yet to do anything. So we have to lock in. What do you mean by that? At this point, you traded Jarvis Brownlee Jr., who was one of your top-rated corners next to L'Jarius Sneed. Also, Xavier Woods got cooked on the touchdown, that touchdown throw. But you might as well just blow it up. Complete rebuild, blow up the team, trade Jeffrey Simmons, trade Calvin Ridley. If you can get something for Tony Pollard, do it. But blow up the entire team. Cam Ward has been sacked 17 times. Oh, and trade Kevin Zeitler too. Do anything you possibly can. Anything you possibly can to just, because you're not winning anything. The season's over. It's done. This week, later this week, there will be a mock draft video. And because you need to start looking at the first pick. You're going to get the first pick. And will the Titans win a game this year? That's a question that to be had. Because if you look at the schedule, Cardinals, I don't know. It's in Arizona. The Raiders, maybe. The Patriots just won 42-13 against the Carolina Panthers. And Mike Vrabel is going into Tennessee mad, pissed off, and is probably going to want to do anything and anything to everything to shove it down their throats. That's a loss. Colts? No. Chargers? Hell no. You play Texas again at home? Seahawks? No. Jags? They're like, what are the Jags? The Jags are 3-1. No. Browns? Maybe. There's your win right there. 12-7. The Niners, Chiefs, maybe the Saints, and then you end it with the Jags. I don't know, but you got to fire Brian Callahan. You have to fire Brian Callahan tomorrow. The interim head coach will be Mike McCoy, who's been a head coach in the league before. Have him take over. It was, we're gonna give the play calling to Bo Hardigree. Well, your first game is as play caller. Cam Ward goes 10 for 26 with 108 yards passing. Nothing's going to fix this team. So you might as well just fire everybody. Fire everybody. Should the Titans fire Brian Callahan? Give me an F for fire or K for keep. Tough season already. Quarter of the way through and nothing to show for it. You still got to root for your team, no matter what. That's going to do it for the latest episode of Titans Today by Chat Sports. As always, tighten up.